Richie, thanks so much for coming by the Talkapolis studios.
Kane, thank you very much for having me,
Mate, no problems at all. Obviously, you have an amazing accent, not unlike my own. So first and foremost, let's talk about the fact that you are Australian, the fact that you, at some stage, did have to make the decision to move from Australia over to America, and then obviously chose Nashville.
Yep.
Originally from Rock Hampton, for everyone in America. Just explain Rock Hampton a little bit first, and then we'll get on to the rest.
Okay, Rock Hampton is in a part of Australia called Central Queensland, state of Queensland. It's about 7 hours from the nearest big city, and I've lived there all my life, played there, and I thought, well, I want to move somewhere and do something more with my career. I could either move to Sydney, or I can just make the leap and just go to America, you know.
And we share, I mean, as we were talking about off camera, we share the same producer, but Mike Flanders has been a big part of your life, and he originally from Brisbane.
That's right.
And he, talk about how you two basically moved over together, and that's how you started over here.
Okay, I called up Mike just out of the blue. I'd heard his name somewhere, and we met in Tamworth in, I think it was 2006. And we met, I played him some songs. He said, sounds great, let's do a record, which we did. And then through the process of the record, we realised that, he wanted to move over here, and I did too. And so we sort of went through the whole process together, same lawyers, and, and actually I moved here like 2 weeks sooner than he did, and I just went through all the social security card thing, and, we helped each other out a lot,
Yeah, absolutely. Here, so. And it's a big deal. I mean,
it's
obviously
a huge deal.
For the people at home, especially the Americans who are watching this as opposed to, or even the Australians who haven't made the crossover, it is a really big deal. And it's one thing to say that I'm going to do it, and we know a lot of people, especially Australians that we know in the country music industry, come over and enjoy Nashville 2 or 3 times a year, but to actually pick up your family and to come over and be a part and then find your feet, incredibly difficult.
Especially when you come over here with really, I didn't know nothing really to come to. I just was coming over here and just thought, well, I don't know what I'm going to do. I thought maybe I'd work with Mike a little bit, but I came over here, and it was really, the first year was very, very tough. Made virtually no money whatsoever. I've got a wife and 2 kids as well, so. But
let's talk about that too, because you were here making no money, and you had, at the same time, I guess, released music back to Australia. And so you were having success in Australia.
Exactly.
And so, some success in Australia. I mean, a couple of radio hits, no doubt about it. Also, you had a film clip, I believe, that was released as well, was Top 35.
Black Top Junkie,
So, nothing to be sneezed at.
No.
But in the eyes of Australia, you were Richie Scholl over in America, and you had all these things going on.
Well,
but the realistic thing about it is the smoke and mirrors is that it's not that easy.
It's not easy at all, especially for me. I mean, I'm not downplaying anybody that does it with a wife and kids, she couldn't work at all with her visa. I mean, I had an 01 visa, and she was an 03, I think it was, but which meant she couldn't work at anything. The only thing I was allowed to work at was in the music business. I couldn't go and work at Walmart or, anywhere else, McDonald's. It had to be in the music business, which made it very difficult.
It did make it very difficult. You are a fantastic guitarist.
Thank you, man.
And it's not, obviously it's awesome to be known as a fantastic guitarist, but that is kind of how you cut your teeth in Nashville, in a way.
Thank
Talk
God,
about that. Yeah.
Well, I was very lucky. The fact that I consider myself a singer and guitar player. Not just one or the other. And I've always thought in the back of my mind, come over to Nashville, if things didn't work out the way I wanted, I could possibly get a job playing sessions or, playing guitar for a bigger artist, which luckily for me, that's exactly what happened. Although in hindsight, that's not very easy, Some people come over here, or in America, move to Nashville and think, I'm going to go and play guitar, and it's not easy to break in. But I was very lucky to get a gig playing guitar with Jason Michael Carroll. Just had a call out of the blue from people I'd met, and I ended up being on the road with him for 18 months. Which was awesome,
Yeah.
I'd never ridden a tour bus before, really. And man, this is all right, It's better than...
I suppose getting to see the countryside as well. And it must be so terrible at the same time being torn between this life that you're kind of leading, which is on the road, having a family at home that you're trying to support.
Yeah.
I mean, different for a single guy, obviously.
Well, it is. I think it is. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, well, that's right.
But yeah, no, I guess it is a lot different. But, my family, my wife and kids are very, very cool and very understanding about it. We moved here for a purpose, which was, music business, and just being on the road a lot is part of it, you know.
Absolutely.
And, you know, and really, you're home in Nashville here quite a lot. It's most people only tour, except for the summertime. You're at the weekends, you know, so.
Well, we are here to talk about you, your singing ability and your songwriting, so we'll get into that as soon as we come back.
Cool.
Richie Scholl, this one's called Good Goodbye. 2, 3, 4. I remember our first day when I picked you up for a summer ride. Top down in the seat, roll back and the sunset shining in your eyes. Can't forget the crazy time at a weekend down in Mexico. We were young and we were wild, but we had to let it go. This is a good goodbye, honey, don't you cry. Ain't nothing sad about it, this is a good goodbye. Baby, you and I had some real good times. Ain't nothing bad about it, this is a good goodbye. May turn to December, that's how the story goes. The higher we climb, the harder we feel, so who could ever know? You go your way and I'll go mine as we headed on down the road. The fire burns fast like the love we had, and something you ought to know. This is a good goodbye, honey, don't you cry. Ain't nothing sad about it, this is a good goodbye. And baby, you and I had some real good times. Ain't nothing bad about it, this is a good goodbye. Well, I'll never forget your face when we both walked away. This is a good goodbye, honey, don't you cry. Ain't nothing sad about it, this is a good goodbye. Baby, you and I had some real good times. Ain't nothing bad about it, this is a good goodbye. This is a good goodbye, honey, don't you cry. Ain't nothing sad about it, this is a